What would you do if after a hard, long, tiring day at work you got onto your train, it was 7 minutes late, and you had to squeeze past other tired and irritated people onto a train, but the first class passenger seats were completely empty except for one snob? Let's see.
Next on Raheem Reports.
Gavaya Thameslink boss in first class row by Chris Johnston, business reporter for the BBC News. A Gavaya Thameslink manager is under fire for telling passengers to stay out of a crowded train's first class cabin. Emma Fitzpatrick tweeted a picture of Mark Boone, head of network operations for Gavaya Thameslink Railway. Now, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing Gavaya, it could be Govia. She said he told passengers not to occupy the empty, quote-unquote, first-class section on a very packed train on Tuesday morning while he took up 2 seats. 2. Even if he paid for 1. He didn't pay for 2, did he? Crafty git. Gavaya Thameslink said all passengers needed a first-class ticket to travel in that section. Now here's my question. Did he get a second first-class ticket for his bags? Wicked, ain't they? Ms. Patrick and Mr. Boone were on a southern service that arrived at London Victoria shortly before midday on Tuesday. Mr. Boone sat at a table in first class and placed his bag on the empty seat next to him, telling passengers without first-class tickets they would need to remain in the standard class section. Who says snobbery is dead, eh? Here he is, look at him. I'm sure he doesn't look like a snob. He probably took up 3 seats. Look, his glasses are on the table. If he took up 3 seats, he should have bought 3 first-class tickets. Emma Fitzpatrick says, totally shocked to see #Gavaya Railway head of operations Mark Boone telling all commuters to stay out of an empty first-class carriage on a late and very packed train this morning, while he took up 2 seats in there. #FatCat, Southern Fail, Southern Trains, at Southern Rail UK, at TLR Rail UK. Hold on a second, let's go back up. Are these? Oh my God, look at the people standing behind him. He should have just rushed him. What's he going to do? Call British Transport Police and hold up the train even more? You never know unless you try. Miss Fitzpatrick added, I still can't believe it. He even handed his business card out to the people that he was turning away. A spokesperson for Gavaya Thameslink Railway, which operates southern services, said passengers need a first-class ticket to travel in first class, and there were other people with first-class tickets in this compartment. This was an 11 a.m. off-peak service running just 6 minutes late, and while the front coaches were busy, there were seats and space in the rear coaches, as Mr. Boone explained. Ms. Fitzpatrick's tweet sparked a storm of criticism on social media, with some questioning whether Mr. Boone had the authority to prevent standard ticket holders from using the first-class compartment. See, my point exactly. You should have challenged it. But they're goyim, they're scared. They see one man in an entire first-class section and, oh, I don't want any trouble. From who? The guy that looks like an older version of Harry Potter that's missing his wand. No, just go in there and sit down. Relax. You're working, paying tax so he can have his job. Okay, let's carry on. The row comes as Cabinet Office Minister David Lidington said on Wednesday that improvements to Go Via Thameslink services were simply not happening quickly enough, and that passengers deserve far better. The operator is at risk of losing its franchise following widespread disruptions to services following timetable changes implemented in late May. Far as I'm concerned, if I was riding that train, I'd be in first class every day of the week. You'd have to come and ask me to leave. Until your service improves, I'm not sitting over there. I'm not standing up. I'm going to sit down. I wonder if there are any pregnant women there. Go Via Thameslink also operates Great Northern and Gatwick Express services, as well as Thameslink and Southern. The Green MP for Brighton Pavilion, Caroline Lucas, told Mr. Lidington, who was standing in for Theresa May at Prime Minister's questions in the House of Commons, that her constituents were used to chaos from GTR. However, she added that the last 7 weeks have been a new level of rail hell. BBC Politics. That's Caroline Lucas explaining to her Parliament that her constituents are not happy, and she added passengers deserve far better than they are getting at the moment. She called for action to be taken and for the Transport Secretary Chris Grayling to be removed from his post. He'll just be removed and placed in another managerial position. These Masons, these proud boys look after each other. These good old boys. They look after each other. They're not going to look after you, even though you're paying. Isn't that something? Now, what do I think of the story? Well, let's take a look at the other side of this argument. This is what Miss Fitzpatrick added. I still can't believe it. He even handed his business card out to people that he was turning away. This is the other side of the coin. A spokesperson for Go Via Thameslink Railway, which operates Southern services, said passengers need a first-class ticket to travel in first class. Sure, it's a business. We understand that. And there were other people with first-class tickets in this compartment. This was an 11 a.m. off-peak service running just 6 minutes late, and while the front coaches were busy, there were seats and space in the rear coaches, as Mr. Boone explained. So, could it be that a select group of individuals, such as Miss Fitzpatrick, thought that she could flout business rules, and instead of walking or squeezing past or getting off the train at the next stop and going into less crowded coaches, she deserved to go to first class even though she hadn't paid for it? Because I've watched a couple of stories. One in particular by my brother Rob Perkins. Shout out to hashtag Team Rob. And he was talking about how there are certain people in society that have an uppity attitude. I can do it because I say so attitude. And he was explaining that he was in he and his son, I believe, or his daughter, one of his children, in one of these restaurants, like a Chuck E. Cheese. And someone just started talking to his child and pushed in front of the line, and he made sure that his child got back in the line into their correct position. So it's just a very I should be in front of everybody else attitude. I think that is part of this story, because there's outrage on social media, but did everybody read this story completely? If I'm running a business and I've got people in the VIP section and they paid for it, and there are, say, 100 seats in VIP, but only half of them are full. If I have people outside that have paid for non-VIP, and they're complaining that they should be letting the VIP, I'm probably going to do exactly the same thing that Mr. Boone said. There's space in the other coaches, you need to move down. It's just like on the bus. Over here in England, you got these double-decker buses. If you can't pay with an Oyster card, because they don't accept cash anymore, you can't get on the bus. Should those people who can't pay be at the bus stop waiting to get on for free? No, because again, it's a business. So I can see both sides of the argument. Which side do I take? Well, I'm a businessman, so I'm going to take the side of the business. I don't want people taking liberties out of the business rules that keep order and make me a profit. Because if you do that, your business won't be around for too long. Let me know what you think underneath this video. And remember, share this video as many times as you can. One more thing. Free news, baby.